So now we're in this gigantic psychology experiment where we're all dealing with the pandemic, and which is a huge challenge on our happiness and well-being. You're How are you holding up?
I'm okay. It's been a lot. But yeah, I think one nice thing about having taught all this stuff and sort of retraining in this stuff is that I do know habits that kind of work for boosting your mood and your well-being. And those habits work, in normal times, but they also work during COVID-19 too.
How would you, from your perspective, looking, thinking about our happiness and well-being, what is this pandemic like, do you think? I mean, what effect is it having psychologically on us, beyond what our sort of normal day-to-day struggles with happiness and sadness are?
Yeah, I mean, I think COVID-19 was designed by natural selection to just spread in the population and get itself, copied as much as possible. But if you're looking from a happiness perspective, it feels like it was designed to really like take a huge hit on our mental health, right? For a couple reasons. I mean, one is the very way that COVID-19 spreads forces us to like socially distance. It forces us to not engage in the one thing that we as social primates need to feel better generally, but especially in times of crisis. So if you look at other times of crisis for people, like periods of war, after a horrible hurricane or something like that, what people do to process trauma is to come together, right? They come together with the people they care about, they come together in community settings, they try to help one another. This virus is insidious because the one thing that we want to do when we're feeling yucky, we really can't do in the same way. The other thing is that the source of solace typically is other people, but this virus makes the other people a source of threat, right? Like the people I would normally go to, it's not just that I can't do that, it's that the act of seeing them, I have to worry if they're going to give me this virus, right? So our main way of coping, we can't do in the same way right now during this virus. Plus, the virus is hitting at deep existential concerns for all of us, right? Like life and death, right? This is a virus that's killing people who are not typically, like going to catch a respiratory virus and die in a way that's kind of shocking and really scary. I think it's like throwing our economies into uncertainty. It's throwing our daily life into uncertainty. And I think the worst thing is like, we just don't have a sense of how long this is going to last. I check in with your awesome vaccine tracker. Anyone that doesn't know, Carl has a wonderful vaccine tracker where you can see, how the progress is going towards getting a vaccine. But I don't know how many days that tracker is going to be up till we all get one, right? And no one can really say. And so I think that's a particularly scary thing, is we don't know how long this is going to last. I think some of us, when we first started, in lockdown or social distancing, thought like, all right, I could do this for a week. I'm gonna bake some bread and like play board games with my kids and whatever. But in like month 3 or 4, like it's starting to feel like, when is this gonna be over? And so our minds just really don't like uncertainty. We are an incredibly uncertainty averse primate. And this virus just has such tremendous uncertainty about our daily life and when we can get back to going to restaurants and things, what's going to happen with our job, what's going to happen with our family. All those things are huge hits on our well being.